How old is Cash?
13.
And he's Lusitano.
Lusitano.
And what do you do with him? What's his job?
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, okay.
Dressage,
Little dressage.
cavalettes.
Okay.
A couple of times a little bit of western.
All right.
Trail.
Okay, good.
I don't
So,
show.
so he's.
I ride with a trainer a lot, but I don't show.
Oh, okay, good. And are there any issues you having with him, like physical or movement or anything, or you just want
if
to?
there's anything that is, I think that's a sticky point with him, it's when you're working in one direction. And you straighten to go someplace else. That's when he throws his head.
Okay.
And then he's to the right. He gives you his
nose,
neck.
yeah,
He
or his
loosens
neck.
that muscle under
Right.
there, and he turns. And there's no tilt to his head. To the left, he's like.
Oh, okay, so to the left, in his neck especially, you notice it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right shoulder dominant and likes to throw the left hip out. But he's gotten better. He's gotten stronger, so it's not as much as an issue as it used to be.
Right.
He's had quite a tough year with being sick. He had his 4-way vaccination.
Yeah.
2 weeks after that, I took him to the vet to look at a sarcoid. They listened to his heart, and he was in AFib.
Wow.
And so he was off for about 3 to 4 weeks just to make sure that he was okay. Then we started back to work. I had somebody who who kept telling me, you need to free feed him, you need to free feed him. It took 2 months, and he ended up getting laminitis and gained almost 200 pounds.
Oh, wow. Sounds like me.
And that was really stressful.
Yeah, I know. I have a laminate, of course. It's not fun.
So
You're doing okay now.
So he's lost his weight. He's lost the weight. He's back in work.
Okay. Do his feet seem okay now?
His feet seem okay. So
you just have to keep an eye on his feet and his feet. So,
yeah.
Okay.
So
has he ever been in any like trailering accidents or tumbles or anything, or run into thing or fallen over that you know of?
That I know of, no.
Okay.
But I do know, if you see that hump on his hip,
Yeah.
that thing. On
He's
that
high
side.
on the right.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I got him as a 3-year-old, he didn't have it.
So
he was out with my other gelding, my other 2 geldings, and they were pushing him around, and I heard a crash in the fence.
yeah.
And about a month later, I noticed that.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
I think they were pushing him around.
Yeah. See, it's higher on the right than the left, and there's a little natural crookedness to horses. Like a lot of horses can be slightly lower on the left, and some slightly higher on the right. But that's more than just from normal natural crookedness. That's why something could have happened there, where he might have. So, anyways.
But other than that,
As far as you know.
he's a nice mover. Other than the thing is that he just, like I said, as soon as you take him out of any kind of a flexion, he'll just stiffen.
Got it. So he can get into it and get comfortable, but then when you ask him to change, then it's uncomfortable. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to poke around on him a little bit and just see where he says ouch on the outside.
Do you want to hold this?
Yeah, I'll hold him. Let me just take a look here at his teeth. Okay. Good boy. Okay. Yeah, I'll hold him. I'm going to poke around. We're going to poke around, Cash. What's Cash short for?
Cachemiro.
Cachemiro. How exotic. It's an exotic name, buddy. Not just like some Western cash horse here. Cachemiro. Okay, we're going to poke around and see what he says up here. Down his neck.
What did you say what happened to him when you took him to the vet after the shots? He was AFib? Is that what you said? Yeah, he got his shots, and 2 weeks later I had taken him to the vet, and they listened to his heart, and he was in AFib. The vet came out, he goes, you got to come with me. He goes, here, listen to this. And it sounded like tennis shoes in a dryer. Yeah.
And you checked, and everybody knew where their tennis shoes were, so it wasn't that.
And the only thing, they said, what, has anything happened in the last, prior to this? I said, the only thing I can tell you is he got his 4-way. But he is really sensitive to things.
Okay.
and I brush him.
Uh-huh.
And I usually start on the left. No, this is his right side. And
Uh-huh.
I'm brushing here, and I go down to his chest right here.
Uh-huh. He nips. Okay.
And I mean, I'm brushing him with a soft brush.
Right.
So I don't know if it's tickling him or if it's.
Yeah, I don't know. It could. I don't know. Sometimes you're just bringing their attention to somewhere where it hurts or they're sore, and sometimes it could be something else.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go over his feet and legs. Give him your Tootsie Bud. Good boy. Boy, he's not very cooperative, is he? He just picked it up and put it in my hand.
Yeah.
Good boy. Relax. Okay. Okay, good boy. Got it. Got that. Kind of. How long ago was he laminated? A few months, you said?
Let me see. May, June start. That's when we first. June, I'd say.
Oh, okay.
June, July. Yeah.
And how long did it take to get him back to happy?
3 months.
Okay.
June,
All right.
July, August, September. Yeah.
And is he sound when you ride him? He's not off at all?
No, he's not off.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, he just got his shoes last week, and I asked the farrier. I said, just
Are those
check
new?
him for some tenderness, and he did. He
Mhm.
goes, nope, he's fine.
On the sole and the
On the
toe?
sole and the
Yeah,
toes,
okay,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, well, that's good. Did he change the shoes at all, the farrier? Is
No,
that what he's
there's
been on?
nothing- They shouldn't change anything.
Okay, so he's been with those shoes for a while?
That kind of shoe,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
Yes.
All right.
And his toes. They've taken his toes way back.
Yeah. Since the laminitis?
Since the laminitis,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty, well, let's do a little body work then. I'm gonna just start with the little bladder meridian. Do you know anything about this type of body work we're doing, the Masterson method?
I've seen a little bit of work
Okay.
that Anita.
Okay, oh good, so she's showing you. I'm just gonna do a little of this bladder meridian and search response day release just to see what he says. Just searching in here for a blink and stay there where the blink is without pushing. See what he says. They'll fidget a little bit before they release because it's a little uncomfortable, and then they release. He's releasing there. He's a very sensitive guy. Keep coming down his neck. And then, yeah, so we'll see what's going on up front here with his neck and, you know, the bending issue. And then we want to do something, do stuff behind to see what's going on back there. But it's interesting that, you know, that you said when you brush him here, it gets a little bit uncomfortable or nippy. So relax, champ. Relax, buddy. We're going to go nice and slow. No hurry. But that behind doesn't seem to, you don't notice anything going on behind like in front.
No.
Yeah, as far as his bend, as when you're riding him in or anything. Okay. That's a rope. You have your leg here. This way. Come on. Come on, buddy. Good boy. Foot. Relax, champ. Nice drop there on my foot. That wasn't too smart. Let him stay there a second. As long as he's there, I'm going to bring his head around to this side a little bit. Bring your head around. Good boy. Good boy. Let me have this again. Let's see if we can come across the midline here. Can you come across the midline, buddy? Yeah, good. That's nice. That was pretty good. Come on over here. Gonna do the other side, all right? Try to calm down, okay? Don't be such a drama queen.
He's saving that for the
Yeah.
There were 3 or 4 requests there, and then I went big.
There we go, out here to the side. Good boy. Can I have this foot again? Let me have your toe. Good boy. Bring it out to the side. Relax there. Good boy. That was nice. That was very nice, Cash.
Was the dropping of the head the result of the movement of the leg?
Yeah, he relaxed his scapula when I rested his toe here really well. And then his head dropped, so. Good boy. There, he just dropped this. I'm going to go back over there and see if we can get that kind of release on that side. While you're here, can you bring your head around there, buddy? Not so easily. Not so easily that way. Come over here. One more step. Square up a little. Come on. One more. Good boy. Let's see if we can do another one on this side. Relax here. This side's a little more uncomfortable. Sometimes you can just rest their toe and then shift their weight off over and they'll drop it. They'll relax it like, yeah. Without trying to go for a big release. Just get them to relax in that position and shift their weight over a little bit. Like, whoops, there we go. Like that. He likes it that way. That's much better. Just wait there. Don't go anywhere, Cash.
So whether I cause that, or he does it, or whatever, doesn't matter, we're going to end it right there.
We're gonna move up here, buddy. Come on up here. Let's just see how your neck feels, all right? You're a good boy. You said the left is what bothers him more, right?
Seems to be to the left.
Yeah, okay. Let me go to the right first then. I'll turn him around here so we can see what's going on. Good boy. We'll just start on the right. See if we can get...
Remember at the very, very beginning, very first start, he was doing the same thing with his nose. He was reaching out, he was backing with his body and coming forward with his nose. Remember that? What happened the very first time, people didn't even see it. He just kind of flipped his nose. You can do whatever you need to.
Let's come on down here. Come down here and work our way back up. And right there, since he was pretty bracy up here, I just went down and worked my way back up because then he's already relaxed. So, hope don't go anywhere.
Buddy, that's not what we're doing. I know that that's what we've been doing in the past.
Hey,
That's not what we're doing today. So
we're over here.
Say something. I apologize, but I'm gonna have to say something. Probably gonna be a little louder than what you want, but we need that to stop.
There we go.
We need to step back and stand there rather than stepping back and reaching and getting in my face while you're doing it. You know, again, because we're watching him back up, so we're thinking, oh well, he's doing what I asked him to do. In the meantime, he's right on top of me.
Okay. There we go. That was good too. He is pretty kind of tight up there, you know. So he's kind of learned to do what you're asking with, you know, without having to use the parts that might be uncomfortable. Yeah, but yeah. But this is going to help. over here. Gonna do it one more time over here, buddy. If we go nice and easy. Good boy.
Stress and worry out of the emotional stuff. If you can maintain it, right? That's what we're talking about here today. That's why I didn't want to get on him, because if that's a stressful thing for him, then that was everything we just did with all of the body work that has got him starting to shift and feel better physically. That's a stressful emotionally, and then we change.
It's all up, mostly up in his upper part of his neck. That's where. Good boy. I'm gonna do this. Do a little on the left side. Go back and forth a little. Let's do a little this way and see what's going on. Okay. What? He's a neat horse. He is pretty, so, I mean, at this point I'd say jammed up in his upper neck.
In his upper neck, okay.
Right. And has his bending problem, is it something that's just kind of been there for a while, or is it a recent happening?
No.
Been there for a while? Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, when I first started riding him, when he was about 4.5, I'd get on him, and even in trot, we'd be trotting and going around a corner, and this would be to both sides actually, and I'd ask him to just come around a little bit with the rein, and he'd like drop his shoulder, and then I don't know what he would do. It was like,
Okay.
oh my God, what are you doing?
And was this before or after you noticed the crash and the thing behind?
No, by the time I started riding him, I noticed his hip.
Okay,
Yeah, so he got that when he was probably
younger.
Yeah,
Okay.
still younger.
I'm just wondering if he had a crash that might have been, those two things are connected. So, because this has been, like, this feels like it's been there a long time. So, you never know. I'm just, we'll never know, because we don't know what they do when we're not looking. I always like it, think of it like that Gary Larson cartoon where the cows are all standing around leaning on the fence post talking, and then a car coming, and they all go to graze, and as soon as the car goes by, they get back in there. So it's kind of like that. Who knows what they're doing out at night out in the pasture?
He's not looking too stiff that way.
Well, he let some of this go. If you do the easy side first, a lot of times the harder side will let go. So. Okay, buddy. Yeah. There's more to do. We've got to do the whole horse. You can't just, do something. You think of fix the problem here, because the whole body is connected. So. Let's do some more on the other side. Let's turn you around. Keep you from falling asleep anyways. Let's do a little more over here, buddy. He is loosening up though, Stand back. He's fixing to blow.
Like he's really
He's
loosening
feeling.
his tongue.
He's feeling. Yeah, up
All
in
those
here.
muscles in there.
Yeah, all up in here. So. We're gonna just keep going back and forth a little bit. Maybe do a tongue release. Yeah. Okay. So we're just gonna rest my thumb on the roof of his mouth here. Give him a little tongue release. You can do this with him too, I'll show you. Yeah, so I just hold the halter here loosely, you know, just to keep him in the neighborhood. And rest your hand here, and then here on the palate where there's no teeth, just slide your thumb up there and just rest it really lightly there. And just maybe tickle it a little bit to get his tongue going. And his tongue's attached to the hyoid up here. And this is where we're trying to loosen up in here. Just be careful. Sometimes they'll try to lick your thumb up here into the molars, so don't do that.
You know, he's the kind of horse that always plays with the bit. He's always got foam coming out of his mouth. And in fact, recently I put his bit a little higher because he's been lifting it. And then he's gotten his tongue cut.
And then another one, put your finger under his tongue on the bars here. Just rest it lightly. So that's getting a little more movement out of his TMJ here, that one. So both of them. And you can do it for like, 20, 30 seconds. You can do it every day or a couple days or whenever, every time you ride him even. This helps keep them loosened up here. See, he's responding more to under the tongue, but both of them will help. And it really gets this hyoid moving and the TMJ moving just a little more than it normally moves. So, and at first he didn't mind it. Some horses it bothers them like crazy at first, but then pretty soon it starts feeling better, and they'll come over and put their nose under your hand because they want you to do it again. So I'm gonna do this side. Do you want to do that side? Just put your right hand on his halter and rest your left hand on his nose and slide your thumb right up on the roof of the mouth. On the here.
On behind
Right,
that
yeah,
one
behind that canine, yeah. And just don't let him drag your thumb up there, but it's all the way up there on the roof of his mouth. Yeah, let me see.
Well, it doesn't reach all the way
Oh
to
yeah,
the roof.
to the middle. Yeah, you're in the right place. And then soften your thumb a little, and just use this hand to kind of keep him with you. And if he doesn't move his tongue a lot, just gently rub it and tickle it. This would be
He's
good.
moving his tongue a lot.
Yeah.
Let me try
And do it.
underneath.
Yeah, just put your fingers on the bar under the tongue, just your fingers. Yeah. That one seems to get better movement for him in his TMJ. Yeah, and keep your hand soft so it doesn't bother. It's not hard. It's just soft. Yeah, see that? And do it for 5 or 10 seconds, and try to do it for 5 or 10 seconds without laughing.
Okay.
See, he really gets his tongue going out
it
there. It's and it's good for him. It's good for him. Yeah. Yeah, good. Yeah, and then let's step back and let him feel it. So every once in a while, you notice when I do something with him, I step back and just let him feel what any change that's happened. Hey, this is where the action is over here, buddy. This is where the action is. Yeah, that was good. That'll be good for him. Nice horse.
Thank you.
He's very nice. A lot of maybe stuff that any trouble he gives you is because of physical, this being tight. And he's loosening up really easily though. That's nice. See, he's really loosening up. Okay. So Molly, behind his pole, I can just do little accordions right here behind his pole with this finger, and then do little accordions. Sometimes they're really tight just on top behind the pole where it attaches there behind the pole, and you just do little accordions while their head's on your shoulder. Stay right there, buddy. He's feeling soft up there. It's more down in here. So can we do some more, champ? How about we do some head down? Where are you going? Morsels. No morsel out here. That mare did pee right here the other day, though, while we were working on her. Can check his teeth while he's doing that. But okay. Oh, it's cooler out here with the breeze. It was a little warm out here earlier.
Warmer out there? Oh, you
It was a little warm out here earlier. See, he's nice on top. It's more down. Well, it's more down in these vertebrae. It's 2 and 3 so far. Yeah, but we'll get him loosened up. Yeah. You're a good boy, Cash.
Anita, the next time you go that way, would you go in my truck and get my jacket? Yeah. In the front seat? Yeah, whenever you're ready.
You know what it can be if their feet are sore. They get sore in the pecs, you know, with laminitis, and then. And so when I do the leg releases if I feel like they're sore in the pecs or the hoof points, I'll get their leg relaxed and massage these while they're relaxed. Just stroke them and get see, he might be a little sore in there from the laminitis. Yeah. I just gently stroke him and get the circulation going in him again, you know. Good boy.
Is that something I can do?
Yeah.
Like before I saddle him up and,
Yeah.
you know?
I just use the back of my hand and gently, you know, stroke him. Yeah, that's why he was maybe
That's
nipping.
why-
When you,
okay,
so it might be that when they do have laminitis, especially in their feet are sore, these muscles get sore, the pecs, you know, from here back. But you can massage those.
Okay.
See, I feel some clunk there when he puts his head down. So
Oh, you do?
yeah, so that sounds like it goes with his reaction when you switch bending side to side that he feels
Yeah,
something. So, but the good thing is that I can feel it now, so things are softening up. So it was down in here more, so like right in here. So we're gonna see if we can loosen that up. So.
With lunging, you kind of wear a little
Okay, buddy. Can we come down here? Can we try down here? Well, first let's go back up here a little bit and see what happens. This side feels okay. That feels good down through there. It's pretty good, Cash.
He's not trying to bite you, is he?
No, he's just asking me to be careful.
So what I'm doing is I'm
He's just asking. If he wanted to bite me, he would bite me.
what I'm going to do is
He's just saying, careful there, it's a little sore.
for him to slow his
That was nice. Where do you live?
In AG,
Near here?
25 minutes.
Oh,
from
okay,
here.
yeah.
Then I'm going to start kind of reeling him in. So
Going back towards town. You know, the
Okay,
little village?
yeah. So we have a couple of practitioners that can do follow-up work on him, if you like. On our website, mastersonmethod.com, we have a Find a Practitioner page. Yeah, but it would be good to have another session done on him in, who knows, a month, whatever.
Oh, in a month?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're so good. You stay down there, bud. I know.
if he does, that's fine. It doesn't matter because so I'm going to slow down. You drag it down, push the I'm facing that way now. And now I push it back up.
Yeah, there's something in that movement when he relaxes his head down that when I move it that it. We'll start down here, work our way up.
The reason I'm pushing, look out, feel like they're under a lot of stress, they'll look away from us to take the pressure off. So if I start saying something to him about him looking away, that's going to create more pressure, and he's going to have a hard time doing it. I don't care about it. So I'm going to slow down again. Swing. You can walk, but we're going to keep walking. So if you can start to see
He's nice and loose through here. Both down under here. Yeah, both down through here. We're gonna do some. Let's see. Turn this way a little bit. Good boy. Good boy. I'll go back up there, but I'm going to give the front end a rest and just come to the hind end for a little bit, then go back up there. So we're going to do, see, he needs a break up there.
Yeah, he's closing his eyes a little.
Yeah, so I'm going to do a little sacrum float.
so I just keep going about my business.
Well, you know, this is the other weird thing that he does. When I go to brush his hindquarters, he like pushes right into me.
Where, like, anywhere?
If I start brushing here,
Mm-hmm.
he'll just start. I
Yeah.
mean,
Mhm.
and he'll knock me over if I just keep brushing him.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, well, what is it?
Well,
What is it that you're
This is
you're
the-
wanting?
this is the sacrum, right? Tail's attached to the sacrum. He's pretty tight when you lift his tail
Yeah,
here.
his tail.
And it's clamped down here. There's a lot of tension pulling on his sacrum, which torques the sacroiliac joints, you know. This actually is already torqued because you
Yes.
can see the ilium's like this and his sacrum's here, and on this side, you know, it's like
Yeah,
something's
yeah.
tweaked. So there's already tension there. And so I can show you another thing you can do to help
Okay.
release it. So see how his tail just hangs tight, I mean, it hangs loose, right? So you'll put your hand here, I'm not grabbing it. I'm just gonna do like this so he doesn't raise his tail. Now, I'm gonna slowly come out, really slowly like this, but I'm gonna do that, but watch his eye as I do it. Well, he's blinking anyway, so it's hard to tell, but I wanna find a definite sign that he's feeling something, like maybe right there,
Yeah.
see?
Yeah, his ears are.
Right there, see? That's it right there. So I came out about that far, really
Uh-huh.
slowly, and I'm gonna just keep it in this position. So I'll put this hand here so he doesn't lift his tail off of it. But I wanna keep in that little blink zone. There's a blink zone of about this far. And just keep his tail there. And it takes 2 or 3 minutes, but this is bringing his attention to the tension on his sacrum. And if I can keep his attention on it in a relaxed way long enough, he'll start to release some of the tension. That's what this is doing. It's so simple. Like most people overdo it. They way out here or they move it around, but you just, in his case, he's got a lot of tension. So barely, see, he's already looking at you in.
Yeah.
Barely bring it out till you get right there. That definite, that's the definite. That wasn't
Oh,
there.
there
Yeah,
it is,
see?
yeah.
Just keep it right here.
Oh,
Takes 2 or 3 minutes. So,
Okay.
and if you lose it, like maybe you go back in again and find it again, you know, just that's it. It's that simple. But there's a super effective technique for releasing tension on the sacrum, which not surprised he has, considering he got tweaked here, you know.
Okay.
And his nervous system will tell you right where he feels it, and if you stay there and don't move it, then he'll start to release it. So just
And you're not putting any tension against it. You're just
No.
moving it away.
moving it out.
Yeah.
I just usually put my hand here because sometimes they'll lift their tail away from my hand,
Away
and I
from
want
your
them to
hand.
keep it
Okay.
relaxed in my hand.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
This might take a few minutes, but ideally you stay here until you get some bigger sign of release, like licking, chewing, relaxing one leg or the other, yawning. I want to see if I can get a breakthrough here. And Yeah, you're just gonna wait here.
We're trying to bring all of that down.
Takes a lot of patience. You gotta get comfortable.
Yeah.
And then if he all of a sudden you feel like he's not feeling anything, then search again. And you gotta keep your hands and your arm really soft too, or he'll feel the tension and he won't relax.
There goes his ear.
Yeah. Yeah, see? Sometimes it's the ear.
Yeah.
Sometimes the head drops.
Yeah. He's closing, blinking his eye. And he's, yeah.
I always ask if I can. It's okay if I can work for a minute. I would just love to take the horse.
Now he's fidgeting. And this will be a release here. Just stay with it, like an inch in. And I really like it when they relax one leg like that. There we go. See, that was the release.
And
So
he's licking and chewing.
yeah, and he's dropped this hip. He's relaxed this leg. So I'm going to stay with it a little longer. See, he's dropped this hip and relaxed the leg. So I'm going to keep with it a little longer. Sometimes you can move on and do other stuff, but I'm going to stay with this a little longer.
Not going to be exactly what I'm doing, but if you can sit somewhere close to what we're talking about here, you'll do it.
So that took about 2 or 3 minutes, right? Takes 2 or 3 minutes usually for. But it's all kind of guided by what the horse's response is. It's not just. That's the cool thing about it. Instead of learning, oh, I have to do 2 pounds per square inch for 3 minutes or whatever, you go by what the horse's body is telling you with these subtle changes in behavior.
His eye's almost closed.
Yeah. Because I found the spot where it just it's like neutral tension on the sacrum. So.
So I try to give him an opportunity.
Now we're getting another level of release here.
Now, you see which direction to
So I'm going to do some rest my thumb under his tail here now. So I'm resting my hand here and my thumb's all the way like up
I
there,
see, I
really lightly, like just let me see your hand. Like that's all the pressure. No pressure. Just I'm going to put my thumb up there and search for a blink, really slowly. Even if I don't, well, there's a little head twitch. I'll go with that.
You did the right thing. You said yes.
You know, he twitched his head a little. So I'm going to just rest my hand there. This takes a couple minutes too. And this also releases tension on ligaments that are pulling on the sacrum here. And this is all important because the sacrum and the atlas work together. So, you know, you can fix a problem up there, but if you don't do the rest of the horse, then that's on its own. You know, it could come back. And,
Right.
you know.
Right.
See, he's got a lot going on in his sacrum here. And it's not because you overwork him, you know. It's because this past injury that's how his body's had to kind of
You
protect it, accommodate it.
protect
Yeah,
yourself,
that's how his body's had to do that. I mean, sometimes this is because horses are just overexerted, you know. People trying to get to the top levels of dressage in 1 year, you know, and their poor horses are screaming behind, and this is just clamped down, and but that's not his case. His case is just because he's had to deal with this his whole
I
time.
know. I remember I asked my vet, and he goes, "Well, you know, he probably the ligament got stretched,
Yeah, the ligament gets
and
stretched.
it just
Yeah,
if,
so
if it tore, it healed, and that's
and it may not even have torn. It might have, but if it had torn, he probably would have been really lame. But it's stretched out, and so then everything else has to adjust. But that means other things have to work harder because that's not working as well. And you know the biomechanics are different. So, but he's letting go a lot here, so this is good.
Well, remember when you did a little bit on him? He just, after a few minutes, 10 minutes or whatever, he just gave it up and said, "Okay, what do you want me to do?"
Yeah, he's easy to work on, huh?
Yeah. Comparatively.
Well, it's only been a couple that have been. See, he's feeling something let go there. You just have to spend the time in here. And let me do this side. So you just rest your hand on his rump, And keep your hand nice and soft and slide your thumb up
Up on that,
into,
in that little groove.
actually, well, let's see, stand over on that side. Put your hand under his tail and
This hand?
yeah, this one, and then slide your thumb all the way up, you know, into there, okay? Now soften your hand as soft as you can get it. Even go towards the middle of his tail more. Now soften, you're still a little hard. Soften. Yeah, make your hand like you're holding a baby bird. Oh, you just killed it.
I mean, I'm just,
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
all you do.
laying there.
That's all you do. Rest it there. Rest your thumb like that, you know. All you're doing is you're keeping his attention on it. In a way he can't guard it. He can't push back against it. That's the face on butt technique. We don't do that. Yeah, see him, he's twitching, he's blinking, he's feeling it. And that's all there is to it, is keep his attention on it. And after a few minutes, his nervous system starts to release the tension. And that's when he did that thing. He felt something let go, and he did a little stretchy thing. And that was like a yawn with the hind leg. And he responds really well to this soft work.
Yeah.
Because he's trusting. Some horses, they don't. They're too guarded. Well, they still respond, but you don't get to see the changes as you're doing it. Yeah, his head's starting to drop. So as long as these things are still going on, his head's dropping and his eyes are blinking, then you stay with it.
Well, one of the things I have to say is, before you started doing anything with him, when he first came over, you introduced yourself to him.
Mm-hmm. All you have to do is go stand by him for a minute and don't do
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do. Okay, so you can actually stay there. Let's see what happens. I'm going to do a leg release while you're on this. We've never done this before. Okay, give me your toe, buddy. Okay. There, he's relaxing his pelvis down. So we'll just keep bringing it down. You know, Anita, when Mark is talking about the system, were you there?
Yes, yes.
And when we do these hind leg releases, I never thought of it. But once you get in the right position, then I always thought of it as you might pull the horse balance off balance or not. Actually, what you're doing is you're finding the center of the system.
That's right.
So that you're not, he stays completely still. If a door slams, he won't put his foot down. It's happened to me tons of times. He'll just go like that with his foot up, because we're working in the center of the system.
And it's easier to support in there too.
Yeah, like if I'm out here, like we're out of the system. So both of us are straining.
It's a very interesting way to think about it.
Yeah. It's a very California way to think about it.
You're in the axis mandii, is that?
Yeah, I'm in the axis mandii. Big buddy boy. You're a very good boy to work on, Cash.
Well, you know, he likes this place. He's gotten so used to coming here. He's very relaxed here. Although he is scared of Sterling.
Sterling, not nice to you, buddy. Okay, let's step back and let him feel. Let's do this leg.
We do the same thing?
Why not? So soften your hand and search around for, if you can find a blink, fine. If not, just put it there. Can I have your little toe, buddy? Good boy. Oh, bring it up here, champ. That's down and back. Good boy. He's getting the double whammy. Okay, I think you can. Let's step back and see what he has to say about all of this. Come over here, handsome. Whoop. Good boy. You're very smart. Over here. Whoop. Good boy. He's cute. Don't you look good in the setting sun? There we go. Right here. He looks like that Greek statue.
Thinker's like this, and he's sitting down.
How long are you gonna take, Cash? There we go. I'm gonna come up and check the front and then do a little rocking and then we'll see. I think we'll call it good. Can we come around here, buddy? Oh boy. That was a big one. I think we're gonna call that good for the day.
Okay.
Let him finish yawning this out. See how he feels. It'd be good if he had a couple days off
Okay.
from work or
Okay.
riding. I don't know what your schedule is, but
Well, I think I have something tomorrow, but I can cancel it.
that would be best
Okay.
for him.
Okay.
And then see how he feels. And then if you could have somebody follow up in a few weeks, that would be good for
Okay.
him.
Will do.
So if you rode him tomorrow, he might be really sensitive to it. You know, he
Yeah,
might be
I
too
can just
sensitive.
leave him alone tomorrow.
Yeah. And if you get on the next day and he still feels a little bit unsure, then he needs another day.
Okay.
He'll let you know.
Okay.
Man, he liked that last one.
Gosh, I guess. Is that because of what you just did to his neck?
No, well, it's all works
Yeah.
together, but I think he had a chance to settle down up here, and when I
Mm.
came back and just give it that last little,
Okay.
you know, a lot let go. So it's a combination, but
Okay.
I think he needed that last little wiggle up front to,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Good boy.
He's a
Oh, well,
good boy.
thank you so much.
You're welcome. He's nice to work on. He was like a huge break for me
Oh, good. Good, good.
because he's perfect. Perfect.
You're